So, I'm not a big fan on reading, but I don't hate it too. I just have better things to do than reading books, like YouTube. Well, I have a weird relationship with books, you know? I kinda like it, and don't like it, or find it interesting, or boring. So you know, the typical introverts, right?
Yeah, they're depressed and they hate human beings.
No. I'll probably do a video about introverts later on. Besides all staying on the internet, introverts like creating, drawing, reading, and doing whatever frick they want when it comes to their mind of creativity. I match all aspects except reading. Reading is not easy for me. I'm a bit slow at reading and I sleep when I read novel books.
I guess I understand too.
Actually, it takes me like 10 to 30 minutes to sleep when I read a long novel book.
Wait, how is that even possible?
Don't know. Every 6 days we have a reading session in class for English, lasting 15 minutes. Out of all these classes for 4 months, I have stayed awake on none of them. Except for the time I did stuff instead of reading, like YouTube. If you give me a few 100-page book with 0 pictures, full of words, on a font size 12, it's a perfect recipe for a sleeping pill for me. Even if you give me something I'm interested, like space, or documentaries, or even a full action-packed novel book, I would probably be sleeping on the 10th page. Joey likes to tease me about it by putting some random of 20 Halo books, with one being like 1,000 pages long, just to make me cringe and suffer as he says it's quote-unquote very interesting, which I highly doubt.
Tenatic, I think you need some sleep. Maybe that will help.
I only need 5 to 8 hours of sleep to function on 100%, even with 9 hours of sleep. I would probably still be sleeping reading that flippin' novel. My brain automatically labeled those thick, few 100-page books with no pictures and in small fonts as extremely boring books, like the Harry Potter series.
Fight me.
I will be more inclined to watch a movie than a book, which is about the same thing. They shorten the plot and story from a year of suffering to 1 to 3 hours of enjoyment. I mean, novel books include so much random small stuff and could take up to a page to explain what they are doing. And the flippin' long words disturb me like It's annoying when they try to be fancy and I can't be bothered to check the definition. The only pictures are the words in black. Or I don't know what color, maybe there are other colors, I don't know, yellow. And these words you have to remember and get tested on with exams. Whom stresses you out reading that monolithic thing and just reading the summary is much more better as it actually gets to the point, and I waste less time reading books. I used that trick when there was a novel to read for the exam. It really isn't cheating as I am actually reading as such. The only books I like are those books with pictures and they get straight to the point. If you read those kid books, yeah, those are the kind of books that I'm kind of talking about. They get to the point, they have pictures, and I know what's going on and stuff. But I enjoy writing down my own stories between 11 and 13 years old when I had a massive boom of ideas and creativity for stuff. And to be honest, you couldn't really read what I wrote by my terrible handwriting and terrible cursive. I don't even know what the crap I'm writing. Plus, writing down some random plots in the story just doesn't make too much sense because I always have a goal to actually write 5 pages for each story, so some of them get very mundane and stupid and you go WTF because they don't make sense. I started running out of stuff to write and came up with more stupid and very quote-unquote creative stories and titles like The Creepy College Girl, The Black Planet, and Nazi Zombie Infection.
What the fuck?
Anyway, save chinchillas.